Hey guys, Distorted Magic here, and finally, it's time for yet another episode of MTG Legends. This is the series where I talk about very noteworthy stories that have happened in the world of Magic since its inception. FYI, stop asking for the Chaos Orb story, nobody has any information about that. No, this one's a little bit different. It's about the amazing, the unbelievable, the best ever Pro Tour coverage. Oh, you know where I'm going with this one. From Osyp Lebedowicz. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know if that's like Norwegian, Swedish, or Czechoslovakian, but whatever it is, I don't speak it. I think it's actually Osyp, according to his co-host. Now, his coverage of Pro Tour Columbus sometime around 2010 was pretty legendary. It's basically me if I was even more rude and Wizards let me do the commentary on a Pro Tour. You're going to think that's an exaggeration because I know what you're picturing right now. Trust me, it's even ruder. I apologize in advance for the audio quality of these clips, although, why am I apologizing? I'm not the one who uploaded it. But anyway, some guy with a YouTube channel that has 10 subscribers has this clip posted with 40,000 views on it for a damn good reason. So if you've never seen this, prepare to laugh pretty hard. So here was Osyp's explanation when asked for why there were so few American players in the top, I don't know, 16 or something like that.
We're all playing chess, frankly. We've all given up Magic, and we like chess more.
Yes, everybody knows that the #1 golden rule of being an announcer at the Pro Tour is talk crap about the game. Yes, pretend jokingly that another game is taking over that's comparatively boring. Oh, and of course, rule #2 is don't forget to accuse the players of cheating, although these days, let's be honest, he probably was. Here's what Osyp had to say about it.
Turn one, obviously. I've never seen this guy. Obviously, he's going to win the Pro Tour. Every turn one Aether Vial, he starts with it in place, basically.
What a coincidence. The guy gets out Aether Vial turn 1 every single game, every single round, instead of, 45% of the time like you would expect if it was 4 of in a 60-card deck, not counting for mulliganing, but still. It's almost like pretty much everybody who makes it to the top 16 is cheating. This is like looking back on professional cycling right now, so he wasn't wrong. And that's the thing about this, in case you're not getting this vibe. I'm not necessarily like dissing this guy for what he said or saying that he's a terrible announcer. Everything he said was right, he's just being a complete and utter, irreverent, rude dick about it. And that to me is extremely funny because it's not far off from what I would do because I have zero respect for professional Magic. Apparently he seems to as well. Rule #3 about being the best Pro Tour announcer of all time. Make sure you simultaneously insult their sideboard choices as well as their board state, the cards they played, and their overall skill as a player.
The only thing that's keeping Finale in this game is his double cranial plating.
You'd rather have Summer Hover card, I think.
I'd rather have
obviously he's folding in the chill.
I'd actually rather have, a ham sandwich sitting on that board than 2 cranial plating.
Rule #4 about being the best Pro Tour announcer ever. Insult your co-host.
I mean, you look at Brian Davis and Extended against Maher. You look at, Dave Mills against me, just messed up.
Wow, how funny you managed to bring up the fact that you were in the finals of Pro Tour.
That was so cold, there's frost on my ears just from listening to it. Oh, you're mentioning that you made it to the finals again. Oh, you're an arrogant little piece of crap. How did he not just punch the guy? My God. Somebody pulls that crap while we're live streaming on camera the tournament. They're like, oh, you're being an arrogant little prick again, mentioning that you were in the finals. Wow. Guess what? They're taking a chair to the face and they ain't gonna say much after that. Rule #5 of being the greatest Pro Tour announcer in the history of Magic. Make sure that if the game is effectively over and the board state is extremely one-sided, that you fail to make the coverage at all interesting and also take it up on the guy who's losing.
He plays the Disciple in, and even if Nakamura pointed to the Disciple, the Ravager's already in play, so he can feed all the artifacts to what he wants while there's lethal damage pointed at Disciple's head.
There's a chance that a meteor might hit Nakamura, and then maybe he'd lose the game that way.
Rule #6, if both players are clearly playing like crap, make sure you point it out.
I'm pretty sure Finale could have done anything to win that game. And he did do anything.
Game.
If you're trying to convince me that both players played poorly, you don't have to sell me on it. Wow. He's going to win. I'm pretty sure he's going to win.
He's going to win anyway.
Yay!
Passed up an onboard kill.
Let me tell you something. Thank you so much for making our Crown Ravager.
No problem. Pierre Canali will join the fine rank of French Pro Tour champions.
I'm going to write a book, How to Win a Pro Tour for Dummies. And the first page, by our Crown Ravager. Our Crown Ravager is like a fairy godmother. And it just sits on your shoulder, and it's like, you played badly, but I don't care. I still love you.
So he's basically saying that they're both a bunch of talentless hacks who have no idea how to play. They're making bad decisions, but Arcbound Ravager is just sitting out there winning games because it's too damn powerful. Rule number 7. If you've already established that the players are playing like crap, make sure you reiterate it in a deeply sarcastic way.
Also missed an onboard kill when he was playing for top 8 yesterday.
What? No way. I find that hard to believe.
Okay, I'll give him that one. If you're not familiar with the term, an onboard kill means if you take certain actions, there is nothing stopping you from winning the game. So, in other words, it's the you could have won the game that turn, but you took those actions instead and didn't win the game type of error. If you're a pro player and you're in the top, I don't care what number, holy crap, do not miss an onboard kill. You don't commonly see the announcers mentioning it over and over and over and sarcastically insulting the players who did it, though. Usually they're more like, oh, that's unfortunate. That's a shame. Must have been lack of focus, not, really? I don't even know how to preface this one. I'm just going to play it.
You look at a Gary Wise, for example, who's always made a play now and again that people questioned, but he seems to win anyway, and a lot of it is because of his drafting ability.
I mean, he also likes to eat a lot.
What even was that? What is going on? Apparently he doesn't even know.
I don't even know where I am anymore. Am I still at a Pro Tour?
Just kidding. He wasn't like having a stroke or anything. He was just taking another shot at all of the players at the entire Pro Tour playing poorly. Apparently, none can match up to the skill, the amazing ability of, what was it again? Osyp? Or was it Osyp? I already forgot. Whatever, this guy.
I have to feel like Benny Hill's going to walk out the curtain and be like, you just got punked. This ain't the Pro Tour. You did not make day 2.
Let me set up this next clip. There's really only 2 things you have to know. Well, 3, I guess. First, Pierre Canali, honestly, the video quality is not that great either, was 2-0 against Shuhei Nakamura. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Second, Pierre was playing like crap. And third, Shuhei is Asian. Keep that in mind. Rule number, I don't even remember what we're on, 8, for being the best Pro Tour coverage staff ever, is make sure you get extremely racist.
He is so bad. I cannot believe I'm losing to him. I can't believe it! You could have killed me! I feel so bad for Nakamura. I honestly, I've never felt so bad for a Magic player.
Rule number 9, if your co-host is trying to reel it back in and still make it look like a respectable match worth watching so that the last person left watching the stream doesn't turn off their computer, double down.
But the kid's in his first Pro Tour ever. He's got an amazing deck list that with a lot of innovations that nobody else came up with, and he's playing it well enough.
And he has an amazing singing voice. What's your point?
And he's a salsa dancer. Did we mention that?
Yeah. Don't quit your day job.
If I was playing in the Pro Tour and I was winning 2-0 with a deck that I built myself that nobody's seen before with, quote, a lot of innovations, and I made 1 or 2 mistakes, and some guy on the stream wouldn't shut the hell up about it, and I found out about it, I would find that guy before the end of Pro Tour, and he would not make it to the plane. This guy is the most insulting, rude, just demeaning piece of crap I've ever heard that they let get behind a mic. That said, I don't watch a lot of Pro Magic. I'm probably wrong. They probably let somebody even worse announce just from the rumors I've heard. But this was the worst one I could find personally. Rule number probably 10 at this point. I wasn't counting. That should be clear at this point. Rule number 10, to be the greatest Pro Tour announcer in the history of Magic. When you're announcing the winner of the Pro Tour, the person who took first place, do not congratulate them. Instead, blame the overpowered cards in their deck because clearly they have no talent or skill and don't deserve to be there. In the opinion of Osyp Lebedowicz, I don't care.
Congratulations, Pierre Canali. You are the Pro Tour champion and a big lead in the Rookie of the Year race.
This just in, our Crown Ravagers, $100 apiece.
So that was the cringe-tastic worst Pro Tour announcing I've ever heard in my entire life. So Osyp or whoever the hell you are, you know what? His initials are OL, so I'm just going to call him Old Douchebag. You know, like Ol Yeller. People say that from, like, the Appalachian regions. So good job, Old Douchebag. You have earned your spot as the worst, most inconsiderate, rude, disrespectful pile of garbage to ever announce at a Pro Tour. It's no wonder you weren't asked back. See, I told you guys, you didn't believe me at the beginning of the video. It's basically me and my level of respect for pro play and the pro players in it, but way ruder than I would ever go. I think we all know I'd be taking the shots at Wizards more than anything. Oh, specifically the R&D department. So honestly, yeah, I probably would be complaining about Arcbound Ravager. So that's about it for this story, folks. If you have anything to add, any other awesome stories about Osyp, some kind of follow-up, any kind of consequences, I couldn't find any information about that. I mean, the rumor is he is legitimately banned from ever announcing a game or doing commentary of any kind for Wizards ever again. Don't know if it's true or not, but I had heard that sometime around 2012, 2013, he might have gotten a job writing for Star City Games. You know, I said that like I'm surprised. Honestly, if you're a scumbag in the Magic community, that's usually where you end up. Now, this entire video was actually a user suggestion. They sent me a DM on Twitter and said, hey, why don't you cover this? Because holy crap, is this legendary? Yes, it was. Thank you very much to whoever sent me that. It is buried in 2 months ago of DMs. I couldn't find it. Sorry. But if you have a suggestion for a legendary story that doesn't involve Chaos Orb, leave it down in the comments section, because let's be honest, I'm completely out of ideas and this series is only at part 3. Oh, and I already did a video about that douchebag at the Milwaukee GP or whatever the hell it was who, like, tried to flip the table, basically. He got disqualified for, quote, aggressive behavior. Yeah, we already covered that one. Any other fantastic stories that you can back up with evidence or have some kind of report about or a Wizard statement or a video or anything, send it to me because this is my new favorite series. Hopefully after hearing this ridiculousness, it's yours too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.